Yeah, let's go. You know us, we know you. From soul food to Whole Foods, from Crenshaw to Nobu. It's old school do's and don't do's in the spot. I wrote the recipe down, wrist deep in the pot. Yeah, puff it and pass it. Chill, Pinot Grigio in the glass. Cheese and crackers, pair up is classic. Learn from the masters, you just gotta listen. The room too hot, then move from out the kitchen. A new spot, ain't no food court. Age to prime, homie, results take time. Life is too short for bad eating, for bad tippers, for bad service, and bad liquor. I need it all fresh. Follow directions, I explain it on the back. A little bit of this, tablespoon of that, yeah. Just watch the mix, I done made this here from scratch. It ain't about where you from, they don't love you where you at. Think about it. Yeah. Food for thought, what they talking about? K&E, that's the boss, what you talking about? Yeah, Lamert Park, eating good, what we talking about? Yeah, a lot to talk about.
You are listening to, watching, vibing out to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. And she's still the Karen, I'm still the Ernest. And once again, it's Food for Thought, and it's good to see you.
It's great to see you, my friend.
How you been?
I've been excellent.
Oh, okay.
Trying not to kill people.
Oh, yeah, please don't catch a case.
Yeah.
Because even though on our last episode we found out that that Lee Jones of 1010 Wine and Events is a lawyer and was doing
yeah, she said she would bail us out.
She did say.
Let me tell you what's crazy though. I don't even know if I told you this. I was so hungry that day that I was driving around like aimlessly and ended up at 1010 for lunch.
Oh, okay. Conveniently.
The food's amazing.
So yeah.
Shout out to the chef.
And
Food's
do we know
amazing.
that, that's the one thing that I was remembering, that Lee didn't tell us the name of the chef. Did you happen to get that?
Oh, man. No. I'll text her. Maybe she'll say it.
Yeah, well, so...
But the menu for a lunch menu is very extensive. I don't know why I thought it'd be a few things. There's salads, there's sandwiches, there's entrees, there's all the things. Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 3 p.m., 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So, yeah.
Got it.
I'll text her.
Well, so it is one of the things that is great about that is that we were able to talk with her about it. So I love that you were able to experience that and find out that
I
the
thought
food...
you were like, we were able to talk to her about bailing us out. So,
well, I mean, we don't want.
You only have one go to jail free card.
There are a couple of things that are great about what we do, but I don't want us to have to utilize her being an attorney who used to do family law and murder. Yeah,
I'm good.
So I don't know if we've talked about this a little bit on the show, and that is that. The Michelin Guide is kind of a big deal for people that are in the restaurant and hospitality business. It's kind of one of the biggest or highest awards that you can get. It's
also a big deal for consumers like myself when I go into uncharted territory. Like, where the Michelin stars at?
Yeah. You're a different breed though. Like us normal folks.
I'm a foodie.
Us normal folks are.
You do the same thing, sir. Knock it off.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that part. But for our guests, there are different levels of stars and that you can get as a Michelin starred restaurant, and it goes from 1 to 3 stars, and I'm going to put this in quotes, even in quotes, just getting 1 star is a big deal.
Absolutely.
And then for a restaurant to be 2 and 3 starred is like next level.
And then our guest mentioned something. It's also about staying on the list.
Yeah.
Like you're just not grandfathered in.
Right.
Like you have to stay on the list. I mean, that's awesome too. Yeah,
and then there is another level called the Bib Gourmand, which is it is just as high a recognition because it's coming from Michelin, but those are kind of geared towards their favorite restaurants, and and we'll speak with our guests a little bit about that tonight, but. What I wanted to kind of jump into before we got started is that there are 4 Michelin-starred African American chefs around the U.S. And I bring up the fact that there are 4 because even getting starred regardless is amazing, but it's great to be able to have these Michelin starred chefs on the list. And, I want to start by saying one of the guys is a guy by the name of Gerald Albright. Don't listen to me. Gerald Albright.
That's a singer. Nope.
Yeah, I was like,
I
that
won't
is
let you do it.
that is absolutely
That is not true. He is not a chef.
Gerald Starbright is his name. And
Such a music connoisseur.
right, I'm going way back.
Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know that in our previous lives, Karen and I were in the music biz in different shape forms.
Yeah.
And so when I say
Hilarious.
Gerald Albright, he's a singer,
That's right.
R&B singer. So Gerald Sombright is the name of the first chef that I want to kind of talk about. He's at a spot called Knife and Spoon, which is in Orlando, and it is it's in the Ritz-Carlton, and it is an amazing spot. And he in 2022 entered the Michelin starred club, and he's continuing to do that. And that in itself is a big deal. Like for it to be Michelin starred in the Ritz-Carlton, it's probably one of those places that you would find as soon as you touch down in Orlando.
I'm going for the year so. Matter of fact, I said to you earlier, I had no idea that Orlando had all these Michelin star restaurants, and the person who was sharing it was like, yeah, wherever Disney is, there's good restaurants. And I was like, oh,
Right.
maybe I should check out Anaheim again.
That part.
Yeah.
And that's something that we have to kind of check on to see if and what the Michelin starred restaurants that are local, and San Diego, Anaheim is relatively local, but we should
We will
definitely
look into
check
that. Yeah.
check into that. So,
Yeah, for sure.
and then there is,
I'm serious. I'm going before.
there was not a doubt in my mind.
Schedule if you want to come along.
If I want to come along?
Yes.
Oh, well,
If you want to come along with me.
I love the fact that you're at least telling me about it this
I'm
time,
just
because
saying.
the way that we normally roll is that Karen is like, yeah, so I was in Japan this weekend and I happened to
I
have.
should be in Japan this weekend. I wanted to see the cherry blossoms. All I want to do, guys, anybody write us, tag us, all the things. Anybody who's been to Japan recently, please hit me. I'm going. I got to figure it out. I just want to go for about 4 days. I want to look at handbags just for kicks and giggles. I want to drink the whiskey, and I want to get on that bullet train. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not really a lot, and I think by the time I go, the cherry blossoms are going to be gone. So there were 4 things. Now there's 3. Just hit me, at me, and let me know where to go.
What she said.
Oh, and the sushi.
Yep, what she said.
Yeah.
I was like, sushi. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's the Karen Lewis
I put an A
dictionary.
on things,
She's
yeah.
going to remix it.
Yeah, but remix it.
The other chef that I wanted to talk about is a guy by the name of Charlie Mitchell, and Charlie is at in Clover in New York,
I've heard about
and
that's Brooklyn, correct?
yeah, he's in.
And it recently closed, correct?
Look at you doing your homework. Come through. Bam, bam, bam,
Trying
bam.
to eat my way through life. That's it. That's my mission.
So Clover recently closed, but in 2022, Charlie was another one of the African Americans who are executive chefs that is Michelin starred. And it is in a city like New York, where New York tends to get a disproportionate number of Michelin starred restaurants.
You are correct.
So in a city like New York, where the game is that much more magnified, it is still not still. It is very much a big deal. So I want to shout him out.
And Brooklyn is generally known. I haven't been there in a while. Oh my God, you're in my head. Brooklyn is generally known for mom and pop places that are fantastical, right?
Right.
And so to have that level of dining in Brooklyn, I know is great too.
Right. So no worries. And next on our list is Christian Hunter at a spot called Atelier in Chicago. They are still open, and this happened in 2023. He is the only African American in Chicago that is Michelin starred.
Love.
And I love the fact that his restaurant is still open, and when I keep saying I love hearing that these restaurants are open and that they're Michelin starred, it is great to be able to see for people that are coming up in the culinary world that there are chefs that look like them that are getting this recognition, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about.
Absolutely, yes, highlight all the things, and then generally speaking, just in this crazy, unprecedented time. We talk about it all the time, how places are closing. I mean, the tariffs, the gas, you don't want to be insensitive to people who are just, wanting to eat a basic meal or feed their kids. So,
right.
Yes, my hair is not combed today, but my hat is off to people who are sustaining, like our guests, like the chefs you just mentioned. But you are right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I think I'm gonna go buy a map. And put it up and start Xing
why
out.
could I see you actually doing that?
Then,
better yet, you're probably going to have a mobile version that you'll have in your car, and you're just ixnay. I can absolutely see that.
Like a road trip with food for thought.
Maybe we need to find a sponsor to ding, ding, ding.
Speak it into existence.
All right, done and doneer, but I can absolutely see you doing that.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, I
And
need
then
to do that. Okay.
the last person that I want to talk about is a woman by the name of Mariah Russell. And she was at a spot called Kiko in Chicago. I say was because they unfortunately have closed.
Okay.
But she is the...
Yeah, I don't know about her.
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
Unfortunately, they've closed, and she was, I want to say the year was 2021. I might be making that up.
Okay.
But she was the first woman in Chicago's storied history of restaurants.
Yes.
And she was the first African-American woman to be an executive chef at a Michelin-starred restaurant.
Love.
So definitely want to shout her out
Love.
for that.
Okay.
And then, like I said, there are different levels to the Michelin. There are Michelin-starred, and then there is also Bib Gourmand, the Michelin Bib Gourmand, which is it is also a definite recognition of restaurants as well. And Chef Keith Corbin, and by the way, Chef Keith Corbin, we know you're out there doing big things. You're on America's Culinary Cup. You're out here taking over the world.
All the
We know
things.
you're going to be cooking at the No Kid Hungry event in April. All of these things. Not yet, but we will. But Chef, we're putting an APB out on you. You don't get to be so big that you don't come back on Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. But one of the things about Chef Keith Corbin and Alta, they got, I want to believe that it was the Bib Gourmand for 2025 for Alta Adams.
Yeah.
And, as we have said before, it's only because he was on our show. I'm sure that it took him to another level.
I mean, even our guests with the food truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are being
We
born.
gonna jump into our guest tonight because there's a definite connection with Michelin as well, and all of the things since she was on our show, she's like, as we say to everybody, you come on Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. I mean, even if you're doing great things before, when you come on our show, you go to the next level.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it is.
So I was looking up Nina Compton, who is the executive chef and owner of one of my favorite restaurants in NOLA, and this is how I say it. I don't know how they say it.
Is NOLA New Orleans?
Yeah.
Copy that.
Compare
we weren't
Le
that fancy. I didn't get the memo.
Compare Le Pon. And it's interesting because she's not a Michelin star chef, but Compare Le Pon is a Michelin guide restaurant.
Got it.
So I wasn't trying to make you wrong because I knew you were right. I was just like, she doesn't have a Michelin star yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. No problem.
So when we come forward, we're going to be able to talk to our guest this evening, and she's one of our favorite people, and I'm glad that we were able to get her back on the show.
And I don't get to lay eyes on her. I don't know what she's been up to. Probably like a third baby. She's probably getting ready to bore a third baby. She has two. Chulita. When I don't see people that I enjoy and like, they're at the lab, moving stealth.
Moving in stealth. So you are listening to, watching, vibing out to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest.
When we come forward, more savory sounds from the culinary world. You're listening to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. Delectable recipes, dining do's and don'ts, fascinating culinary insights, celebrity chefs, delicious discussions. You're inside Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest.
You are listening to, watching, vibing out to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. And as she takes a sip, I'm going to take a sip. We are drinking, salud, by the way, tequila Ocho.
I feel like there's a toast coming because our guest has, I'm sure, lots of exciting
Lots
news.
of great things to
Yes.
talk about. So let's jump into it. I mean, you can do the intro. How about that?
So, first of all, I think most people who know me know that I'm nosy. And whenever there's a spot that comes within the realm of my driving, I'm very curious about it. And so I had heard good things about Chulita. I had not been to the one in Venice. And when I heard it was coming to Adams, I was really excited. And it just happened to be across the street from our workspace. And so I went in there one day and I was just like, wow, she's so nice and hospitable. I wonder if she's the owner, blah, blah, blah. And I think I went in there a couple of times. You were very complimentary to me and very kind. And then I found out you were the owner. And then I started having a girlmance and crush. And then I was just like, yes, please. And then, and I know Ernest is going to rave about this, I had that darn vegan tortilla soup, and I was over the moon. So, none other than our guest, Shireen, and then pronounce your last name
Imani.
for me. Imani. Ooh, that's a sexy name.
Thank you.
No. I love it so much. Boom, 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 boom.
It's not official until you get the air horn. So, Shireen, it is great to have you back with us.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me back.
It has been. Well,
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, but she says thank you for inviting me back. Like she did something wrong the last time.
I didn't know. It was my first time.
You did quite well considering you were not feeling well.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to act outside of the restaurant because I'm there all day. I don't even know how to function in public anymore.
Yeah, but I don't see you as much, so I know you working.
She's over here big time.
Yeah,
We're gonna get all the information.
cooking
so
up something.
Yeah, it's the Karen and Ernest magic. How could I not be more successful?
When two touch and agree, things happen to the people around us.
And I love it. As great as it sounds coming from our mouth, that when people are on our show, they go to another level. It sounds even better coming from you. So we're going to keep on doing that. But so, let's give people the backstory. I mean, we don't have to go through the whole story, but so Chulita, as Karen said, is located on the west side in Venice. And there is another Chulita that is located in the Adams area. Now, for those people that were not part of our initial show that we had with you, real quickly, tell them how the idea for Chulita came about.
The idea actually came from just me moving to LA, being single, being older, and wanting to create a sense of community around me. I mean, I was lucky to live in the Nolita neighborhood of New York, which, even though New York is a big city, it's small. And people, you go to the same coffee shops and you go to your same restaurants. And, whether you like it or not, you become a part of a fabric of the neighborhood. You see the same people, you say hello, they know you, you know them. And that was something that I wanted when I moved to Venice. So it was really a collaboration between a lot of friends. And we all wanted that. And we had the opportunity to take over the space and, we wanted to do a different concept, and we pivoted last minute, and we wanted to showcase beautiful things from Mexico that people maybe haven't seen before. We wanted to have additive-free tequilas and mezcals that, 8-9 years ago wasn't as popular as it is today, but a really interesting way to create community, have conversations, and have people enjoy themselves.
I think my biggest thing, we're just so excited. I think my biggest thing when we first met you was, when we first had you on the show, was the community piece of it all. And so I really appreciate that. And I build a lot of community with Ernest, and I build a lot of community unto myself. Like I said, I just go into places and attempt to make friends if I like it. Because I might not cross those people's paths if I'm not in a restaurant or at a bar or whatever, just in my work or everyday life. So I think the community piece is so special. Can you also share, you're not going to forget your situation, are you? Can you also share your background in food, especially as it relates to your family?
Well, I grew up in restaurants, right? So I do think that there are a lot of, immigrant families that come and, it's something that we can do. My parents had started 2 different restaurant chains. I think my dad at one point had started 2 different concepts, maybe 12 restaurants. I grew up in restaurants. I was a hostess in college. I worked in the accounting back end of a restaurant group back home. I did not think it through all the way, right? I did not. This wasn't supposed to be a full restaurant. And just to piggyback off your Michelin conversation, it was so surprising and such an honor for us because we really just wanted to have small snacks. The goal was, how can you come as a single person and sit at a bar and feel welcome and have a drink and something to eat for under $30, right? So that no one felt excluded or that they, you go and you have a $60, $70, check averages are high. Yes. You know that. You eat out and you go out, and I didn't want anyone to feel the pressure of having to order a lot just to get a sense of community or to have a conversation or to go meet people.
I don't want us to gloss over the fact of the connection to Michelin and that we were talking about in the first segment. So you guys are Bib Gourmand or Michelin starred? Which one of the designations are you?
So we won the Michelin Bib Gourmand in 2022. Okay. And nobody come at me in the comments because I did not even have this on my radar. It was not something that I necessarily was working towards at all. And even when we won, I was not notified. I did not know. And I don't know if I ever told you the story of how I found out. Okay, this is wild. So the list came out, and a few days before the Bib Gourmand, I think I was just on as a Michelin rated place. Okay. And I was so excited because, and I don't know what other restaurateurs' experiences are like, but I worked so hard. We opened Chulita in November of 2018. It was one of the worst winters of California. It rained every single day. And Chulita, Venice is 90% outdoors. Right, it's open. There are literally only 10 tables inside. And then a few months later was COVID. And so here I am with my best friends and my parents' money in an investment. And all I wanted to do was just pay them back. That was the goal. And I wanted to make sure that we had the best to offer. Hospitality is really important to me. The idea that we do give people the best of what we have or what we think is important. I always say to my staff, people don't want to go to a place and be disappointed. They're excited. They're excited to come to you. They're excited to see what you have. And we want them to feel that excitement. We want to give them the best. And yes, it's hard to please everybody, but it's not impossible to try. And I was so excited about that. And then someone said, "Oh, well, what we really want is the Bib Gourmand." I said, "Oh, okay." I kind of let it go. Sure. I was just excited to be mentioned, right? Because it really is anonymous. You do not know, and that's what makes it such a great honor that you work so hard and that someone's recognized you without you asking for it. Right. In like you said, a publication that is considered very prestigious in our industry. Yeah. And so a few days later, one of my liquor reps texted me and said, "Congratulations on the Bib." And I said, "What's the Bib?" What? Question mark. I'm thinking maybe I get like an allocation of Fortaleza's winter blend or something, and what is that? And he said, "Shireen, are you joking me?" And I said, "No." And he called me up and he said, "Shireen, you won the Bib Gourmand." And I said, "Well, okay, what is it? What is that?" And, an article, he's texted me the link to the article, and then I realized, and what someone told me, and I still need to fact check this, because I think the year that I won was the new category for the Bib. Okay. I think it was typically only 1 star and up. That the Bib was for casual restaurants where you could get an appetizer, entree, and dessert for under $50. And the stars were over $50 per person. So the Bib Gourmand was under $50 per person. And it is just still so exciting for me when I think about it. And it was a real honor to have that, and a real testament that, I don't win anything. I've never won. I'm not that. That hasn't happened. So it was really exciting for us, and I think that it helps guide us a lot in how we approach service and hospitality and everything we do year after year.
But it's a statement about excellence and what you get, what you may not seek in doing it because it's a part of how you want to serve, but how you will get accolades, per that excellence. And what I love is that you weren't working towards it because there's a whole show on Netflix about Michelin star restaurants. And I mean, these people are going through it.
Really?
Yeah, just like, it's for the show, right? But people are going through it, like just waiting and cooking. And I don't know if it's a little dramatized, but dramatized rather. But it's interesting because literally people will be like, okay, there's a party of one and they're asking for this and blah, 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 blah. Or they'll be like, oh, never mind, they're vegetarian, so they couldn't be, Michelin star judges. And that's not always true. Judges can be pescatarians and vegetarians. They can still be judges. So it's just very interesting to see the anticipation. And you were just like, that's over my head. What is that? I love it.
And
yes.
Oh, no, sorry, go ahead.
No, I said I just think coming with the mindset of treating everyone like they could be an inspector
That's what I'm saying.
is one of the things that
Ooh.
I think about.
Can you
right?
train people up?
Well,
I got some places for you.
I mean, I'm in these neighborhoods where people were not on Rose Avenue. People are not on Adams Boulevard. And so the people you meet are really special. I get locals.
Yeah.
And that's what I like.
I like it too.
I get people like you that drove by and saw it and thought it was cute and came in. And that I was looking to meet you.
Yeah.
And other people. And
Yeah.
so I still appreciate that in the
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And I think that we also hire people that
Oh.
understand that philosophy and enjoy the conversations themselves.
Your staff is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, hashtag facts. You will never hear me disagree with Karen about staff. And we like to make sure that we tell proprietors that when their staff is doing a good job, because usually you guys only hear about it when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
So it's great that you are you're on this journey with Chulita. You wanted to create your chairs, your neighborhood place where everybody knows your name. And since we had you on the show, you now have a Chulita truck. Like, you're taking it to the
It's
masses.
so cute.
What is going on?
Had the Chulita truck, and I have not done any. That is, I don't know what I bought that thing for 20 grand from this girl who wanted to open up an empanadas mobile food truck in Arizona, and it was the pandemic. And I saw this little gal and thought, oh, great. This truck is adorable. I want this truck. And then the city opened up, and I've lost my way with the truck. So we're bringing it back. Okay. We just had an event, when you guys texted me last, which was great. And people love it. It's like opening another restaurant.
I'm sure.
How do people, is this like the Koji truck where people will go online to find out where you're going to be, or is this just for special events? How do people know where the Chulita truck is?
Great question. We haven't taken it out yet to park it to serve. We've
Okay.
been mostly doing events.
Okay.
And we've done a couple of corporate things, where they have lots and we park there. But we are committed. I am committed.
Is it the full menu that you can have at the restaurant, or is it just a condensed one?
Just a condensed 3 tacos, guacamole.
Vegan tortilla soup?
No. I should do that, though, with as much as everyone loves the soup.
So for those people that are watching and listening, all of the food and the drinks at Chulita are amazing. However, they have this vegan tortilla soup that, as Karen said, your Adams location is across from where we do a lot of our meetings. And And let me find out that I'm anywhere near Chulita, I am going to have this vegan tortilla soup that Karen is now showing you. This vegan soup
It's amazing.
it's so creamy, it's so flavorful, it's so delicious that you actually don't know that it's vegan. And I think you might be pulling our leg on that. Can it be vegan and be this good?
No, it's really good.
Well, I was vegetarian for a long time.
Okay.
And I was vegetarian in the 90s in Utah.
Oh,
And
God.
so that meant I had
Wow.
nothing delicious.
Right.
It
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be, a white bread sandwich with
Yeah.
mayo and tomato
Yeah.
if I didn't want to eat turkey in it. I mean, it was just there were no
Yeah, I'm sure.
healthy vegetarian options. And I think sometimes people mistake, it's not that I always wanted the healthiest option. I just liked vegetables a lot.
Understood.
And so when I opened the restaurant, I wanted people to have 6, 7 different options. And I also wanted things that felt hearty, that felt good for you, but
Yeah.
that non-vegetarians would enjoy as well and ask, wow, I can't believe this is vegan or
Yeah.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that really was the reason why I wanted to create things that I thought
Yeah.
everybody would like.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you that vegan tortilla soup
stupid.
is like crack. It's
Yeah.
like,
Ernest will go by there today and have it. Like, it could be 90 degrees outside. He does not care.
Yeah,
He's
it-
going to have the soup.
it is so flavorful.
It's
It is
so good.
so good.
It's so
Well,
good.
when we come forward, we're going to keep talking with Shireen of Chulita, LA. You are listening to, watching, vibing out to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest.
When we come forward, more savory sounds from the culinary world. You're listening to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. Delectable recipes, dining do's and don'ts, fascinating culinary insights, celebrity chefs, delicious discussions. You're inside Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest.
You are listening to, watching, vibing out to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. And during the break, we've been having our tequila and we've been enjoying our company. And our guest this evening is always a good time.
Yes.
So our guest this evening, or today, is Shireen Imani of Chulita, LA. And we were talking about your Michelin Bib Gourmand. We were talking about the fact that you are, we'll get into this, but you're not automatically grandfathered in and that you're still on the list. But before we even do any of that, how can people reach you? How can they find you personally, the restaurant, whatever you want to give them? How can people find you?
Well, you can find me personally at one of the restaurants. So day or night, the one on, you can follow us at Chulita, Los Angeles. That's our Instagram. And we have 2 locations now. So 5160 West Adams Boulevard off of La Brea. And Venice is 533 Rose Avenue.
The truck, I'm assuming, is there a website, or how would people, as the truck becomes a little bit more part of your
It'll be
marketing
on the
plan,
IG.
how would people find out about it?
It'll be
Okay.
on the IG.
Follow us.
Okay. All right.
What I was saying during the break is I love the thoughtfulness of you and your team in terms of putting the soup in glass jars, because when you get it to go, it's just lovely and a keepsake, and you can put other things in it. I also wanted to mention, because I'm not sure if you've had this before, but I love the vegan nachos, and I love the fish tacos. And yesterday, Vaughn gave me an option. She was like, corn tortillas of flour. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Like, wait.
What? I've only had the corn. What are we doing? Can I have one of each? And she was like, yes. So it's lovely both ways.
Thank you.
So,
No, I think you have to be thoughtful, right? And I think that microplastics are a thing, and we need to think about that. And I think that making sure that you have packaging that's compostable and biodegradable and glass jars and reusable items is an important thing.
And that's another way to get recognized by Michelin. They do sustainable
they
work.
now have a sustainable star. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like Michelin Green,
Yes.
but it's a sustainable category.
Yeah.
And let me ask you a question: when we bring up sustainability, is that a Shireen philosophy, or is that a restaurant, like something that you have as one of your guiding lights as the restaurant?
Well, it's a Shireen philosophy. I don't love waste. And I don't really, I'm a minimalist with everything. I don't do a lot of things with excess. And when Chulita Venice is 1,000 square feet in total. And so when we opened that restaurant, we were not ready for the volume. And I did not want to have a bunch of different ingredients for one item. It didn't make sense for us. So, the idea to reduce food waste by having a cauliflower fundito appetizer and a vegan cauliflower taco and a side of cauliflower rice and using the cauliflower rice for the base for the lunch bowl. It was just something that we did to save space and limit the amount of waste. So it was a very thoughtful approach. It is something that I'm intentional about.
The other thing I love about you guys, because people who know me know that I drink, is that
No.
I do. I drink.
I know you, and
I'm a drinker.
I never thought that you
I
would
am.
drink at
I
all.
drink. I drink and I drank.
She drank.
And I drank. You guys, hands down, make these amazing drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And the thought that just came to me was that I feel like when I drink there, if I don't drink neat or drink something on a big rock, that I feel like I'm drinking healthy. Like I feel like what's in the drink outside of the spirit is fresh and natural and all the things. And one of our favorite drinks that we have in common is the Bad Hombre.
I love that.
Yeah.
So good.
It is so good.
It's so balanced. It's so amazing. And I just feel like I'm drinking. I look for any excuse to drink, but I feel like I'm drinking healthy. I do. I feel like I'm drinking healthy.
I think it's fair to say that. We juice fresh. We limit we only use agave. We don't use straight agave. For every cup, we use 2 cups of water. It's very diluted. Right. The purees is all fresh fruit. It is just clean and simple.
So one of the things that I enjoy talking with all of our guests about is the business side of this. And you started Chulita with, I want to create community. I'm a single woman. You started it. I'm not looking for a Michelin star or a Bib Gourmand. Like, you started it for the quote unquote right reasons. Does the business of running a restaurant with the thin margins, with staffing issues, does that detract from your joy of, as Karen would say, birthing Chulita into the world?
So before I owned Chulita, I had another staffing agency, right? And I helped a lot of nurses in the New York City area find jobs. And I think that when you're in the business of helping people and pleasing people, and that's your goal at all times, there is a level of compassion fatigue, right? Where you're outputting all of this energy, right? It's a lot of energy. And you're also dealing with so many supply chain issues, right? For example, I won't name names, but there was a person that we get our beer from who they merged companies with a larger company. And, it's been weeks since we've received a product. And rather than go out of his way to get it or bring it, it was just on and on about ragging on the company. And I think that one of the things I do to remind myself is that, I can solve my problems and I don't need to make all of my problems everybody else's problems. And I'm here to take joy and give joy, right? And we get a lot of energy from people. I'm being able to meet Karen and you and to see you guys. It's joyful for me. And it does outweigh the other issues that go on daily, or else you will close because it's a lot.
Okay, so he's about the business of it, and I'm about the personal of it all. Are you still single?
Oh, yes, you heard it here first.
Oh, she chuckled.
She chuckled. There's a story here.
The first time I asked this, she was like, yes.
Absolutely. It was a
You don't
quick
have to
yes.
go into it. It's just, it's...
Yes, I would say, I'm not married.
I am not about to pimp you out on the IG. What I was going to say is we were supposed to have some wing woman dates.
Oh, I'm in. I'm always down to do that. No, I'm in. I am in.
Hold on.
If something is happening that's complicated, I have no complications because I have nothing, then you can wing woman for
Yeah,
me.
that's. I was like, I still don't know if we got an answer though. Like, we got a
You can-
da 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 da. She's like, I'm not married, so.
It's kind of blushing though.
I am.
There's
You got me.
something-
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting
Right,
that.
there's somebody.
Hey, someone,
Wow.
if you're
Whoa.
listening,
Like-
kudos.
Well, I'm a Capricorn. I can talk about business all day long. I was like, wait a second. It got this got me.
this only child is nosy.
I love it. I like it.
Okay.
I love
think you got your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the answer. I just wanted to see if
Look
she
at the
would
cheeks.
really like
Other podcast, okay?
call her mommy, not call her
The
daddy.
secret lives of restaurateurs.
Well, so
Oh my
I
gosh, that
I
was
have
good.
missed having her on the show,
Oh, you
and she
are
said,
lovely.
she said, huh? She's like, no, now back to business. Now,
I don't know.
And then use the zodiac side.
yeah, she's like, I'm a Capricorn. I can talk business all, but don't you get in? In other words, she's
Don't you
like,
get in mine.
hey, mind your business and not mine.
Okay, so then let's go back to business. I joked with you offline, it's on the IG, but during the break, and I said, you have 2 children in the name of the restaurants. Don't at her in the name of the restaurants. Right. Chulita, West Adams, and Chulita Venice. Are you pregnant again?
I am. We are. We can.
Oh,
Okay.
let's
Yeah,
do
I mean,
it.
why not?
This we can talk about.
Don't talk about my personal.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second. Okay, back to work. Sure. No, we have had a deal in the works for a really long time for another Chulita on the east side. Okay. And, God bless my landlord who has dealt with every hurdle trying to convert his space into a restaurant space. So that was not easy. And I think he would make the perfect restaurateur. He's so tenacious and he hasn't given up. So we're here. We're getting geared up for it. We hopefully, it was supposed to be ready 2 years ago. So hopefully it will be done by this year. And we're excited. Yeah.
And can I ask, how far on the east side are you referencing? Are we talking DTLA? Are we talking
Highland Park.
Oh, okay. All the way on the
I
east
think
side.
that's
That's a
gonna be
beautiful
good.
thing.
I think that's going to be good.
It's a great community.
Yeah,
and I think
that's
there's
what I'm saying.
amazing restaurants.
Yeah, I think it's a good
there
thing.
have been knockout restaurants on
I
that side of town.
am here for it, my friend.
Yeah.
So I have to do 2 maps. Local.
And then the Chulita map.
National.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah,
she's probably going to bore more children.
Yeah, she's gonna
Next
have
thing
more
we know,
kids.
she'll go back home. So she'll
There'll
probably
be
go
one
hit
in Utah
or
and New York
Park
and-
City and New York. Okay, all the things.
Yeah, I think so. I think it.
Well, good
this
things
might
come
be
in
the
threes.
last one.
Good things come in
Exactly.
threes, my friend.
So it.
And you're spacing them out correctly.
Well, I think some of it is business, but I think at some point, and kind of back to answer your question from earlier, I think that you just have to feel it. It's intuition as well. Where would you like to go every day? What kind of a space do you want to sit in every single
Yes,
day?
please.
Right? So creating something that I love has helped me bring and meet people that I love, right?
Okay.
So it is one of those things. I think it's really hard to start a business with what's everyone else going to like, right? You have to start with you.
Yes.
And you will draw those people that,
Yes.
that you want.
Right.
I also think going back to community, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. First of all, I love your relationship with Damn I Miss Paris. I mean, you guys are like more than neighbors. You guys, you share a wall, obviously, or some sort of border real estate, but you guys are like, go over there, go over there. Like, I love that. And I wish more businesses co-opt like that. But what I find is that literally, and if you know something I don't burst my bubble, we'll talk outside. The block, almost maybe from Johnny's to Farmhouse Kitchen, I mean, that Adams runway, she's looking at me.
It's fire.
I
It's
mean,
amazing.
it is on
It's
point.
on point. It is.
You
every
guys have your
place
own
you
little
wanna go
business
is
council.
good.
They meet. I think Chef Keith is like the president.
Yes, he
like
is.
you guys
He
are
is.
doing it and creating more community and recognizing that hey, there's something for everyone on these blocks.
Yeah.
And that even if I'm a regular even if my Cheers is Chulita, I'm still going to Alta and Farmhouse and the Little Room and
And we
Vicky's
want you
All
to.
Day
Yeah.
and Damn I Miss Paris,
Yeah.
because it's so much variety that you do want to move around, but you could still have your favorite.
Exactly.
But the way you guys do business, at least from the outside looking in, I just wish it could be duplicated everywhere. It's lovely.
We love each other, and we all visit each other's restaurants all the time, and everyone is so talented on the block. I mean, I remember going to Alta before I even knew that it was on Adams. I didn't even know anything about anything. I had just heard about this restaurant, and walking in and trying his food, and the design was unlike anything I had seen. I think this was, I don't know, maybe I went 7 years ago. I don't know. It was right.
Okay.
It was 8 years ago. It was right like a year into his opening. And I thought, this place is just cool.
Yeah.
And to see everything else pop up around it.
lovely.
And to see the talent of
Yes.
like
Yes.
Adair, Jason, his team at Down by Miss Paris,
Yes.
the food
Yes.
from Mr. T, Chento,
Yeah.
the chef there. He's the raw bar is
Oh,
sensational.
you're so fancy. We say
I love it.
Cento. You
I
say
love it there.
See, she's teaching us
Teaching
something.
No,
us.
I'm probably saying it wrong.
No, you're probably
Well-
saying it right, my friend.
When we come forward, we're going to continue talking with Shireen Imani of Chulita, LA. You are listening to, watching, vibing out to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest.
When we come forward, more savory sounds from the culinary world. You're listening to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. Delectable recipes, dining do's and don'ts, fascinating culinary insights, celebrity chefs, delicious discussions. You're inside Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest.
You are listening to, watching, vibing out to Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. She's the Karen. I'm the Ernest.
I'm definitely the
and
Karen.
this is the air horn. Oh, nope, she's about to drink.
Bim, 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 bim.
Well, so on our last segment, first of all, our guest this evening is Shireen Imani of Chulita, LA. And in our last segment, she told you where you could find her. I'm going to take a quick second and tell people where they can find us. Our Instagram is, and our YouTube, and our Twitter, and our TikTok is all at Food for Thought
Did you say
with
Twitter?
with K and E. I did say Twitter.
I mean X. Or you don't claim
X.
X.
I don't claim
Clear.
X, but it is
Clear.
at Food for Thought with K and E on all of those places. You can find us on Spotify, Food for Thought with Karen and Ernest. If you're one of those people that wants to shoot us an email, our email address is foodforthought@foodforthoughtwithknd.com. And the last thing is our website is live. So if you want to find us on the web, World Wide Web, you can find us at foodforthoughtwithknd.com.
Bim, 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 bim. That's for the website.
That's for the
Okay.
website.
Excellent.
So it is now time for our hot dishes. And our hot dishes are our sometimes unpopular opinions. But, we said what we said, and it is what it is. I'm going to start, and then you guys can jump in. This has been a hot dish of mine that I unfortunately hate to revisit, but with all due respect, if you are in a restaurant, you are in, as Shireen said earlier, the hospitality business. You're in the caring business. You're in the giving business. I understand that we all have things that happen in our lives, but don't bring that into the restaurant. So the hot dish is, I can't stand when I go into a restaurant and I get bad service, not so much from a bringing out of the food, but you can tell that the server really doesn't want to be there or has some other stuff that going
Fair.
on that they're
Fair.
bringing into the restaurant. And I understand that stuff happens, but I don't want that to affect my dining experience. So that's my hot dish. Like if you got to call in, if you got to say, give me 5 minutes, I'm going to go in the
Right,
back
in
and
a
get it
personal
right.
day.
However,
Yeah.
however you need to handle
Fair.
that, handle that. But
Fair.
that's my hot dish.
Fair.
Kaylu, do you want to go, or Shireen?
Mine is really simple. Well, let me say this. To your point, I'm very aligned, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. Sometimes when I have the bandwidth, I will take time to ask those people a few questions, like, "Are you okay? you know, in terms of just connecting or letting them know that they're seen. I'm agreeing with you that it shouldn't happen. But sometimes, again, if I have the spirit or I'm moved, I will do that. My hot dish is very simple. If I ask you for something, because some people have photographic memories and they can just like, what's your order? And you can give them 10 things and they come back and nothing's wrong. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might have to write something down. But if I ask you for something, even if you're kind of closing up or closing the window of the subset of audience within the audience, I would like you to bring it, not swiftly, but like timely.
Timely.
Right? And so I was having a cup of coffee. It was a group within the restaurant. The restaurant wasn't closing, but that dinner was shutting down. And I wanted some coffee. And I was like, do you have sugar in the raw? And they were like, absolutely. And I had to ask twice because the guys were great, but they forgot. And so I want you to bring me the sugar before the coffee gets
Be
cold.
aware.
Yeah, be aware.
Shireen, do you have a hot dish?
I think my hot dish piggybacks off of yours, but it has to do with introduction. When a person walks in, give them the welcome, right? I recently walked into a restaurant and it was a friend's place too, which I was surprised. And like people would look at you and just walk right by. Wow. And it wasn't like it was 7 p.m. and it was just, again, towards the end of the night, you know, and people just couldn't be bothered. And it's, you're looking me in the eye, you know, say hello, just say welcome. You know, it was something that a bartender of mine brought up that I didn't really value as important until I was not greeted at all. And I realized that it is important that when people walk in, they feel comfortable and you welcome them verbally.
Whoever was hosting yesterday, young woman at the front, whoever was hosting yesterday, I think I was kind of all over the place. And when I entered, I don't even think I tried to lock eyes. I was just like I was on a call and I was trying to move to a space so I wouldn't interrupt or disrupt your clientele. And I was like, just put me in the back, you know, whatever. But there was something calming about her that when my eyes did meet hers and her welcome, I felt shoulders down. And that's a gift. And that's power and that's connection. And so she checked on me and all the things once she sat me at my request. But it does matter. It matters.
It does.
It does matter. Well, once again, we've made it through another episode, and it has gone by incredibly quickly. Shireen Imani, you are always welcome here at Food for Thought.
You're good times.
And I'm gonna just let you know, don't let it be this long. Like, this is unacceptable and I mean, now it's all about us, really. And the reason that I say that it's all about us is that we want to be able to celebrate you and all of your wins, but we also know that your wins are because you're on our show.
That's it. I came to collect them. I came to bag this up and take it to work for the weekend.
I'll meet at the little room. Yes. I'll text you.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Kaylu, the last thing that we have to say to people is bye.